Hi, my name is Christopher Kruger. I'm the Green Party candidate for state representative in Illinois 17th District. I wanted to talk today about something I call pickpockets and overpromising. And first, just let me give you a little background information. I happen to be an attorney. I've handled about 50 cases in federal court. Some, but not all of those cases, implicated the United States Constitution. Those cases have ranged from Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, Illinois Consumer Fraud Act, and to 14th Amendment, due process and equal protection, cases concerning ballot access for the Green Party, cases concerning discrimination based on age, based on disability. So I've handled a few items. I've handled over 200 cases in state courts, mostly mortgage foreclosures, consumer fraud, defensive debt collection, and some administrative discrimination complaints at the Illinois Department of Human Rights and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. So when I say overpromising, what I'm talking about is that lawmakers, while we call our legislators lawmakers, they're not the only people who make law. Legislators draft laws and pass them, and then those laws are used by attorneys. Attorneys make arguments on differing interpretations of the law. And under our adversarial system of law, there'll be one attorney on one side and one on the other. And in the middle, there will be a judge. And the judge will have the final say on what the law means and how the law will be applied to you. So that's our system of government. So when you see from both parties repeated communications about reproductive health, or you see repeated communications about guns, the fact is that legislators, and particularly state legislators, have a limited role. There are some things they can do. For example, it was a thing that I would support. It was a good thing. Illinois passed a codified state law codifying Roe v. Wade. And I would have voted for it had I been in the state legislature. In addition, there are laws concerning guns, restrictions on gun ownership, and the establishing the rights, what lawyers will sometimes call the contours of right around gun ownership and around reproductive health. The fact is that state legislators really don't have much to do with it. Courts, attorneys, and ultimately federal courts approve the constitutionality of any state laws. So when you are receiving daily mailings from both parties on gun rights or on reproductive health, reproductive rights, what you're not hearing is how will you pay your mortgage when you lose your job because of COVID? How will you afford your prescription drugs? How will you detoxify Illinois' air and water? How will we have clean energy? How will we reverse climate change? How will we provide debt-free public education up to the 16th grade? How will we pay student debt? Why do I have student debt and I'm 45 years old? So these are the questions not being answered. And these are the questions that affect every Illinoisan. And these are the questions that neither party is in a hurry to answer. Neither party will ensure your health care. I have a great mailing here that talks about women's health. Well, the best way to ensure women's health would be to have universal health care. But we're not hearing that. I see a mailing from the Sierra Club which is unfortunately a compromised organization supported by Michael Bloomberg, supported by people who are making billions in the new energy economy, and people who want to wait till 2050 to clean up our environment. It's not going to be in time. It's going to be too late. So when someone picks your pocket, frequently they rely on someone else. There's a two-man team or two-person team. And one of them will bump into you and distract you, or sometimes they'll start yelling. And you'll look up, you'll be distracted, and then the other one will reach into your purse or your coat and take your wallet. When you are listening constantly to the two parties talking about social issues, you are having your pocket picked by those two parties. You're having your pocket picked because you are not receiving adequate housing, health care, your small business is threatened, your child's education is being devalued and eroded. So you need to be aware of these pickpockets, and you need to insist on economic rights like the Green Party is fighting for. You need to insist on real environmentalism, not Wall Street environmentalism like the Green Party is fighting for. Most of all, you need a donor-free candidate and a donor-free party that's not owned by big pharmaceuticals, that's not owned by energy companies, that isn't owned by developers, lawyers, consultants, and lobbyists. So I'm Christopher Kruger. Share this tape, and please work with me so we can reform Illinois' government. We can really reform Illinois' government, not just replace the speaker. Let's replace the donors. Thank you very much.